Hey everyone, Harlan Kilstein here, and I am really excited to be with you tonight because we are talking about my favorite subject. Actually, we're talking about my favorite two subjects. Favorite subject number one um, is AI. I am immersed in AI from morning to evening. And my second one is helping people make money. And, I get my background is education. So I am especially proud of people that I have helped over the years who probably would not have succeeded otherwise. My favorite are two characters who live not that far from me, although one now has a home in Miami. I've known them for years. And one of them I know back from when he was trying to get into college. And he had very, very low SAT scores. And he came to me one day and he said, no one is going to admit me. And I took a ride with him to a local school where I had a connection with a dean. And the whole way there, I'm coaching the kid. Behave. Don't tell any stupid jokes. So he goes, come on, but they want to see my sense of humor. No, they don't. They want to see you think like you're good and you're serious and you want to get education. But 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 they gotta know the real me. I said, okay, how about you tell all the stupid jokes to me on the way and more on the way back. But for that 20-minute meeting, no jokes. He goes, okay, but you're gonna hear all the stupid jokes. They admitted him. And after 3 years of college, he decided he had enough. And he went into Manhattan and started selling beepers in a store. And this was the dawning of the age of beepers. And I don't know if you guys remember the original cell phones, that the portable phones, they were like an attaché case that you would carry around. And it was like $5 a minute to call. People are saying, yeah, I remember. I remember those old um, cell phones. And gosh, um, so at the same time, Benny's friend Reed was running um, in a mall. He had a little pop-up shop. And in the pop-up shop, he was selling T-shirts. And it is December, and the um, he is selling fake Disney T-shirts. And December 20th, he gets a FedEx from a lawyer from Disney, a cease and desist order to stop selling counterfeit Disney products. And he goes to Ben, he goes, what do I do? And he goes, Christmas is coming. Sell out your inventory, cut the prices, get rid of all the stuff, and we'll close on Christmas. But what am I going to do? What am I going to do for money? Don't worry, we'll figure something out. So on Christmas Day, the mall is closed. They go in, they move out all of the spare stuff, they give it away to charity. He's out of business. And they start to talk, and Benny goes, I think cell phones are really going to be big. Cell phones are really going to be big. And he goes, did you like selling in the mall? Yeah, I liked it. I got to talk to interesting people. It was really fascinating. And he goes, what if we sold cell phones in the mall? He goes, who's going to buy a cell phone from us? He goes, they're not going to buy them from us. And he makes a deal with a cell phone company. And these were the days when people were like selling it was like, like Main Street cell phones, Fifth Street cell phones. And he went ahead and he took the name of a major company and put it up on the kiosk in the mall. And he goes, everybody's going to think we're that company. And he said, well, we're selling their phones. And he goes, oh, that's a good point. But everybody came up and they thought that this was not mall cell phones. This was real cell phones. Well, it took off. It absolutely took off. And they were making money hand over foot. They opened up 12 places up and down the coast, all the way from New York to Florida. And then they got notice that AT&T bought the company that they were using on their sign and using their service. And they're going, okay, what happens now? And AT&T calls them in for a meeting and says, you guys sell more cell phones than anyone in the country. Okay. We want to buy your kiosks from you. How much do you want? And Benny goes, $1 million a kiosk. And AT&T says, okay. So in his mid-20s, Benny is now a multi-millionaire sitting on $12 million. And then he was thinking about it, and he goes, okay, well, everybody came to us because we used that cell phone company. What if we scaled it? What if we went big time? And this time we got permission from the companies to sell their services. And boom, the next thing is these two characters have $100 million business, which they sell, and both are semi-retired. So when I talk about, the things that are important to me, AI, and the other one is creating stories like that one. Absolutely true. I got together with them a couple of years back, and Benny, who had a really serious case of ADHD, had a secretary who followed him around, writing down everything he said because his memory was so bad. Something would come out of his mouth like squirrel, and he would forget it. So I've helped lots of people change their financial status. I've helped lots of big names make lots of money. But what gives me the most satisfaction is when I work with an entrepreneur and inspire them to let everything go and create something. So that's my introduction. Now you know who I am, what I'm all about, what two things excite me. I showed a picture of my dog before we went live, and he's a cutie. But I saw a story today that I thought was just incredible. I pulled it up over here. I verified the story. This took place, I don't know if you've heard this, in Dayton, Ohio. Here's the story. Cameron Price was a 16-year-old high school student in Dayton, Ohio. Did not come from a rich family. Took the bus to high school every day. And every day, the bus would get stuck in traffic because of traffic backed up at intersections every single day. And every single day, they had all the routes planned out. He would get to school late. The whole bus would get to school late because they were sitting in traffic. And so, not one to take things for himself. I don't know if you know it, but in schools these days, they lend kids Google Chromebooks. So you can go online, you can do stuff online, but it's a very inexpensive and a limited computer. He had that, and he had another computer, which is the cheapest computer that you can get. But if you know what you're doing, it's called a Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, P-I, like in geometry. And these computers start at $25. And if you want the super deluxe version, it's $120. And if you know what you're doing, boy, that Raspberry Pi can do anything. So Cameron taught himself how to code on these two computers. And guess what Cameron does? He hacks into the municipal system in Dayton, Ohio, that controls the traffic lights and reprograms all of the lights on that route. And then he leaves. And no one knows he's done it. But all of a sudden, there are no more traffic jams. He corrected the programming that was done in 1998, and nobody touched it since then. And all of a sudden, traffic is flowing back and forth. Nothing is going wrong. And this is where the fun starts. Word got out of what Cameron did. Word got out. And what does the city do? Come on, guess in the comments. Guess in the comments what the city did. Arrest him, gave him a ticket, keep going. Sent the police to his house, hired him, sued him, made the lights go back to before, offered him a job. Nope. So first of all, yes, he was arrested. He was placed under house arrest. He was not allowed to even go to school because he had to be under house arrest. And then they realized how stupid that was. And they fined him a significant amount. And what the charges were, unauthorized modification of municipal services. Now, the only time that people have ever been charged like that is when they go out to their electric or gas meter or water meter and alter it so that it doesn't go quickly. But they never had anybody come and reprogram the light system to make it better. So now the whole community of Dayton is upset. There is a petition to have him. They spoke to, by the way, to the guy in charge of the lighting of Dayton, and he said Cameron did a better job than we did. He's a better coder than we have. 16 years old. And so 50,000 people have signed a petition that is like free Cameron. And and hire him and give him a job. Have him do the whole city. So I don't know if there's a GoFundMe for this now yet, but it's quite amusing that people who have access to AI and aren't afraid can do anything. Who knows the term for programmers who have no background in programming but are able to program with AI? If you know that term, type it into the comments. Go ahead. What's it called? Oh, Marisa got it. Ooh, a lot of people know it. Wow. I'm impressed. You guys are pretty with it. This is a educated crowd we've got here tonight. Really good. It's called vibe coding. And when you have AI, when you have, Jamil, we are young whippersnappers. Yes, you guys are young whippersnappers, but even old coots like me can sit down in front of Manus AI and do some serious damage vibe coding. Okay. So I have to tell you that I don't want to talk to you about vibe coding today. I want to talk to you about something that you've never heard of. I want to talk to you about vibe marketing. Vibe marketing. Anybody ever hear of vibe marketing? No? Well, what I'm going to tell you in the next couple of minutes is going to change your life. If you will act on some of the things that I'm going to say, let me ask you a question. You start a business. What's the biggest problem when you start a business? Let's say you want to start an AI business. What's the biggest problem? Type in what the biggest problem you're starting a business. Most people are getting it. Whoa, there we go. Keep going. People know what it is. You don't want leads. You don't want leads. You want customers, right? You want customers. Okay. Kyler says you want a problem to solve. Hey, Kyler, I have a problem to solve. My business isn't making any money. Oh, well, why would I hire you, Kyler, other than just you look terrific and, you've got a resume? Why would I hire you? Why would I hire you? Jamil says customers that come back to spend. Well, you got to get them to spend in the first place. If you get them to spend in the first place and they're happy with what you do, they will come back. No, you can't have loyal fans until you get a single fan. And I don't mean the overhead fan that pushes around the hot air in Florida. You need to get a customer. You need to get one customer. And you need to get one customer who will pay you a good amount of money. You need one customer. Nobody wants you to prove a concept. Why would people hire you? What do people want from you? Just it's one key on your keyboard. It's one key. If you figure out that key, oh, what, Corey? Don't give away the answer. So you sent that to the waiting room. Okay, it's one key. Type it in when you know it. And some of you guys know what it is. And some people have typed it in more than one time. Corey, you're messaging the waiting room. I love that name. Fabulous Faloli. Fabulous. What makes you fabulous? I'm just curious. I mean, I always like to know who's on my call. What makes you fabulous? I'm sure you are, because I am. Well, cogito ergo sum. Yep. I guess that makes sense. All right. So you need one customer. You don't need uniqueness. They want people giving me like all kinds of lines, whatever. People want to make money. Bottom line. If you can make them money, they will hire you. If you BS what you're going to do for them, they're not going to hire you. So EMRG Media said results, the payoff. What if you gave them results in advance? Is that like a really stupid idea? What if you gave them results before they even hired you? That's a Sago idea? Dan Kennedy idea. Not value, results. Money first. Money first. If this doesn't make you money, don't pay me. Now, normally, I think that's a bad idea because you have to invest time, you have to invest effort, you have to invest your guts into something. But what if I make you money and show that I can make you money again and again and again? This is what it's all about, folks. You don't give it to them free, you show it to them, and then they decide. Let's get a example of that up here for you. Let's go to my downloads. Hold on, stop. I'm not ready for you yet. I have to share my screen. Okay, guys, can you see my black screen? Give me a yes in the chat if you can see my black screen. All you see is black. Okay, great. Here we go. Watch this. Now, let me ask you a question. What did you guys think of that video? I may be in the wrong webinar. Is this for Manus? Yes, it's for Manus. Hang on, Stacy. AI. Yes, of course it's AI. You didn't hear sound? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let me take care of that. Why is there should be sound for you guys? Hold on. This is ridiculous because it worked earlier today. Yeah, we're talking about the video, but I'm trying to get the sound so you guys can hear it. I can't believe this. I switch from one computer to the other, and all I get is craziness. Let me see what happens if I switch. Hold on. Let's try again. Tell me whether this works. Wait, stop. It's really crazy because it worked a couple of hours ago. Let's get out of here. So much crazy. It's worth coming. It's worth waiting. Let's try another one. Stop. Okay, so still no sound. Okay. Good old Zoom. Zoom is out to get me. So the bottom line is that Mike says this is a waste of time. Okay, well, Mike, let me show you another video without sound. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me show you another one, even if it's without sound, because there's a punchline to this one. Stop. And this is dedicated to Mike. Can everybody see the bunny rabbit?
Yes.
Go. I'm sorry you aren't going to hear it. For the life of me, I can't figure out why. God bless it, but here we go. You're just going to watch a very short video. So that video was done for the company name that you saw at the end. And I sent that video to them. And this was, I'm going to hold this up to the mic so you can hear.
You just do that? Did you just do that? And there was no blueberries in there. Wow. Well played, man. Well played.
And then a few minutes later, he came back.
Okay, Harlan, how long did it take you to make that video? All right, because yeah, how long was that particular video from start to finish?
Why do you think he's asking that question of how long it took?
Because of the editing.
Brilliant editing. No, he liked it.
Wants to order another one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I said he probably wants to order another one from you.
Okay.
No, because how much you charged him. He wants to know what he's getting per minute.
Well, production looks like it takes forever. Well, do you know how much he paid me? Guess how much he paid me for that video?
5K. 5K.
5K?
Yeah.
Is right on target. He paid me $5,000 for that video. And do you know what he's been doing all day since then? He's been ordering more videos.
Manus did it in what, 30 minutes? 20 minutes?
You can use Manus for that, but Manus helped me plan it. 30 minutes? 45. 45 could have been faster. I could get it down to 30. So the bottom line is he paid me in advance, but you saw the real estate video. You saw the chiropractor video. Let's say you make a video for a realtor in your neighborhood, and you go and you give them the video, or better yet, you go find their current listings and you go to Zillow and you get all the photos you need and you make the most phenomenal video of this super expensive multi-million-dollar house when all he has is this lame listing on Zillow, and you give him this blow away video. What do you think he'll do? What do you think he'll do? Do you think he'll say, "Oh no, I'm not
for the next
interested in it"?
5 years. He'll be a client for the next 5 years. He'll be a client for the next 5 years, and he'll tell all his buddies.
He will absolutely become a client. But then remember we said results first. You give him that video. You give it to him because it only took maybe a half hour to 40 minutes of time. And then you say, how would you like to order a video just like that for all of your listings? Corey, could you message Stacy because she has to leave? Do you think they would want to
What?
order more?
What do you mean on one of the pictures?
One of the videos.
On the pictures? Are you talking about the pictures I sent in there?
I'm talking about the
Yeah.
videos that I just showed.
There's pictures. You have to keep on looking down, Pat. You read what I said, and then you.
I muted her. I don't think she realized she was unmuted.
No, she didn't say. Okay, well, please keep people muted. Do you think that when they see that video doing a better job selling a multi-million-dollar house? I mean, think about the commissions. Just think about the commissions. If he's selling a $2 million house, what's the commission? Do the math. 2 million times 6%. What's the commission? $120,000. You think he could afford $5K for a couple of videos? Yeah, they sure can. They absolutely can. So bottom line here is, hold on. That's not what I want. So work first, sell second. Everybody understand the concept? You do the work first, and then you sell it second. You spend, well, your competition is a tech geek in the back room who can do this. That is not your competition. You know what your competition is? Your competition, Linda, is you. Your competition is you, because you don't need to be a tech geek to do this. I'm not a tech geek. I just learned some tricks of the trade that people want to buy. Tim said he landed his first client. He spent a weekend with them for free and then landed the contract. Hope it was a good sized contract. We're not competing with tech geeks. You know why? Because tech geeks are so into the tech, they are not into the marketing of it. And this is a this is about vibe marketing. Now, another big thing, books. The people that we talk about in the book market, these are people who want to get out of their profession. They went to medical school, they went to dental school, they went and studied legal profession, scientists, researchers. And then they found out that it's not helping people like they thought. It's something else. And they want to speak publicly. My friend Wayne is a nephrologist. He's a kidney doctor. He's a really good kidney doctor. But he discovered something, that he makes more money speaking around the world for drug companies than he does in his clinic. I sent him a text one night. We like to go to hockey games together. And I said, hey, Wayne, you want to go to the game? And he said, I'm in Argentina. I said, what are you doing in Argentina? He said, actually eating a really good steak. I went, okay. He goes, you wouldn't believe the steak. He sends me a picture of the steak. And I said, what are you doing down there? He said, I'm speaking for this drug company. They flew me down first class, put me in a 5-star hotel. I'm speaking tomorrow at a conference. I get a day to hang out, and then I fly back first class. And he said, and they made it very worth my while. He made $150,000 for that trip to Argentina. And doctors hear that story and say, I want that. I want that kind of a life. I want to travel. I want to get paid for my expertise. I don't want to fight with insurance companies. I want out. My friend Aaron is a pediatrician. He's the kind of pediatrician who goes to the hospital in the middle of the night to help people when they are sick. And he went to the hospital to help people. And there's up at 3:00 in the morning, a screaming infant developing meningitis. And they had to see if it was spinal meningitis, viral meningitis, and they needed to do a spinal tap. And so he's there at 3:00 in the morning. It's his patient. He shows up because he doesn't want the baby or the parents to be upset. And lo and behold, when he gets home after a whole night of no sleep, the baby's okay. That you can absolutely know that when you do someone a favor, that it is going to come back and bite you. They disputed his bill. They said that, you know what, you can't, you shouldn't have billed us because we could have had the hospital do it for free. That was the final straw. He wrote a book about raising kids and said, I'm out of here. Doctors, lawyers, dentists, they want out. They're sick and tired. They're not making what they used to. And you know what? What if, for them, the ticket out is credibility? Not that they were a good doctor. They want to show something. And they show it with a book. I want you to know this is one of the hottest markets out there. This is one of the hottest markets out there. How much do you think these professionals pay for these books? Guess.
$20,000 for a ghostwriter.
Yeah, for a ghostwriter.
Mhm.
Well, someone said, I'm looking at the numbers coming in. Well, the lowest that you will find someone is about 7,500.
Mhm.
And depending on who is the um, person is, they are, and the package that you sell them, there are packages that go all the way up to $125,000. So first there's the book, then there's the website, then there's social media, then there are press releases, then there are YouTube videos. And by the time that this is done, they are happy and they will freely pay you for a book. Now, guess what? Manus writes the book in no time flat, faster than anything you've seen. It's absolutely crazy. These books are worth big money. And so let's say you write a book about a doctor, a fictitious doctor. You make up your doctor. And Lisa said, I just had Manus write me a book and it was almost effortless. That's absolutely the case. It is almost effortless. And you go and you have this book written about a fictitious doctor. And you go ahead and have the you submit it to Amazon and you get a couple of copies of this book of the fictitious doctor. And you go and you send it to a couple of doctors in the neighborhood and say, would you be interested in having a book like this written about you? You don't have to spend your time sending people endless direct messages on LinkedIn. All you have to do is spend a couple hours, maybe a day with Manus, get it formatted, have Kindle absorb the costs of publishing it, order some author's copies, and send them out to people. You think they're going to say yes? Heck yes. What if you ask Manus to get leads for a local business and you say to any local business, local roofers, these people are in the market for roofers. Check them out. Let me know how they convert for you. Roofing jobs these days, $40,000 to $80,000. A single one of them that converts, and you give them all of the contact information that you can get, you think they'd buy more? You think they would say, hey, how many leads can you get me? Risha said, I've written 2 books so far, but not doctor books. Well, the money's in the doctor books. Linda says you have to declare it's AI if you put it on Amazon. Yes, you do. But there are 4 choices that you get. Choice number 1 is it was written entirely by AI with no human input. Choice number 2 is it was written mostly by AI with a little bit of human input. And the next one is it was written by AI with a lot of human input. And the last one, it was written by AI with extensive human input and editing. Amazon just wants you to declare it. AI, there are plenty of books written by AI, and Manus knows it. The AI jargon. Gosh, I've seen books on Amazon that people wrote with ChatGPT that they left their friggin' prompts in the middle of the book. What about the credits you would need to write a good-sized book in Manus? Let's talk about credits for a minute. People come to Manus and go, oh my gosh, it's expensive. So how expensive is a book that's going to make you, let's say, a couple of $100,000? Is that expensive, or was it a bargain? If you use Manus and you write books and you don't make any money from it, yeah, it's expensive. But if you use Manus to make money, it's dirt cheap. It is much cheaper than a ghostwriter. The bottom line is you can do this. What about HIPAA laws? HIPAA laws only apply to talking about patients. If you're not talking about patients, real patients, then HIPAA laws do not apply. How do you make money with roofers? You sell them leads. They convert the leads. They go, man, Amanda, those were good leads. Can we get some more? Sure. What do you use to check for plagiarism from the AI? Okay. So I have never, ever found Manus to plagiarize. Just never. And I've been using it. I've written so many books. I have never found any plagiarism in Manus. To me, it's a non-issue. I know there's been plagiarism with OpenAI. Jim, are you here? Can you unmute yourself? See if Jim's here. Jim, are you here?
I think Jim dropped off. I don't see him in alphabetical order, Harlan.
Okay. Well, Jim uses Claude. he has written 25 books this year with AI. No plagiarism. If you know what you are doing, it's not going to plagiarize. Simply, I think that people who have plagiarism issues really don't know how to use the AI. So the bottom line is, I'm looking at, oh, look at this. Rick said he made a omni-channel lead composition. Okay, you got to see this.
Yeah, it's the
Look what
website
Rick
that,
did.
that Manus built me. It's amazing. It's a landing page.
Can you see the landing page? Is it showing?
Yes, it's there. Now,
Imagine building a website. Now, notice that this website is hosted by Manus. Imagine using the Kilstein vibe marketing effect. You go ahead and you build a website like this, and you show it.
even got a video on it. That's a video right there.
Wait, right here.
Right there. Yeah, click on it.
Well, they won't hear it, but
It's got captions.
all right. That is an example that I would say is great for lead generation.
Yeah, I gave it my ICP, a detailed ICP that I built through Merlin is a tool I use, but it gives really good ones. And I gave it to him, and I gave him who I was targeting, and what I'm trying to do, and what I'm building. It came up like we've had a few iterations back and forth. It's still not quite right, but it's pretty amazing.
Okay. And what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to market to roofing, big enterprise roofing and multi-location roofing contractors.
Well, I would be customizing it. How long did it take you to build that?
Well, total time involved, it took a couple of days, but it was really only my time, maybe an hour.
Okay. So what if you built a website for the people that you were going to talk to and you put their name on it,
Hmm.
and it was their website with their data, and you rebuilt their website and showed it to them? Do you think
Yeah,
that would be worth an hour's time?
yeah, it would.
Welcome to vibe coding. That's what this is all about, where you can do anything. You can use anything that that people want, and they will pay you when they see results. So client acquisition, it's money in your pocket. It's money in your pocket. How many people would trade an hour of their time for, let's say, $5,000 for a website? If that would be you, give me a yes. Whole bunch of yeses coming in. Whole bunch of yeses coming in. Now, it's pretty funny. I'm amused because Jamil is on the call and he mentioned my friend Travis Sago. You got to hear this story. Travis Sago wrote a book called Make Your Customers Beg to Buy. Make Your Customers Beg to Buy. And I said, Travis, what else do you have planned? He said, I would love to have that book for coaches. All right, we're old friends. He sent me a PDF of the book. Get this. I uploaded that PDF to Manus and told it to rewrite the book, except aim it at coaches, keep the language the same, chapters the same, everything the same, rewrite the book. And boy, it rewrote the book. The next day, Travis went into his group and said, if I were to create a book called Make Them Beg to Buy for Coaches, who would buy it? Would you buy it? And people are going, yeah. Oh man, can I order? Is it ready? Is it going to be on Amazon? And I wrote as a comment, Twicky Wabbit. Twicky Wabbit. And Travis answered, you started it. Bottom line is, there is nothing like the power of Manus today to help people make money. In different industries that we've talked about, you have actionable examples of how you could make money. The focus here is, a lot of people say, well, AI helps you save time. That's really nice. But what people really want is not saving time. They want making money. Making money. That's what it's about. And by the way, if you're spending an hour building a website, if you're spending an hour building a website and getting paid $2,500, $5,000 for the website, how many websites would you build in a day? Would you build 2, 3, 5? I don't know about you, but I'd be doing it all day and sending them out. And now you understand that people can make some serious money if they understand vibe marketing. Miguel, can you unmute yourself? Are you unmuted?
I just did, yes.
Okay. So what do you do?
I work with digital services.
What does that mean, digital services?
Well, back-end websites, actually.
Back-end websites, like OnlyFans, like whatever, you're the one putting all those?
No, not OnlyFans. Not actually, no. I've done travel agencies and and mentorship platforms like Learn World, Learn Worlds, and Go High Level, and
Okay.
yeah, this type of websites. You know.
And what do you charge for doing a website?
Well, it's gonna depend. Yeah. Some companies, I'm hired by some companies. I'm outsourced, so I get paid a salary. So it's
You get paid by the hour.
that is correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you got paid by the job? Which would make you more money, my friend?
Of course, by the job. Of course, 100%. 100%. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. Because if you could build a website like you just saw for any industry under the sun. Now, by the way, this is where we go into my my concept that I want you to understand, which is we are interested in PWM. Do you know what PWM stands for? If you know what PWM is, type it into the chat. Type it into the chat. What's PWM? Risha gets it. People with money. People with money. Don't go to poor people and say, want to buy my website? Go to people with money or players with money and say, here, how would you like this website? Oh, okay. If not, I'll just go ahead and sell it to, and you name their competition. That'll get their attention, especially if their website isn't particularly good. Vibe marketing. Vibe marketing is the future. And vibe marketing is something that you can do. It's something that you can do. If I'm doing vibe marketing, I can do it any which way. The easiest thing is to have it on the Manus site and have them look around and say, I can have this whole thing built out for you on your site for $5,000. And they're going to look at you. $5,000 to a successful roofing company is nothing. They don't want the Manus site. They want a real site. They don't want people going to a Manus URL. So you learn how to get the site so they can host it on their site. I don't recommend, unless it's your own thing, that you leave a site for a client on a Manus URL.
No,
But
Manus gives you instructions and packages it so you can move it to either GitHub hosting or your own hosting.
yeah, you can move it wherever you want. Manus will package it up. They used to walk out of they used to post directly to WordPress sites. You went in and gave the application password and username to Manus, and Manus would do it. But all of a sudden, ever since their deal with Microsoft, Manus has gotten extremely security conscious, and it won't do that. But you used to? Nope, can't do that. Back in the good old days of Manus. Okay, Akila, you had a question.
I do. What's the advantage of posting it to a GitHub website?
It's just hosting for them. It's just another place to host. I wouldn't post it to GitHub because they probably already have a service that they're using. I
Okay.
would replace it.
Thank you.
So bottom line here is that you now have something that nobody had ever had this before in history. And that is you can scale your business. You can grow your business to levels that nobody has. And you have to point the domain to another record. Not if it's on their website, you don't. It's already there. You don't have to do any pointing. Don't make things complex. You just build it and they go to sleep. And the next morning, their new website is there. Done. You do it at a time when they're not seeing clients. Happens all the time. People do this. So the bottom line here is you have possibilities that nobody ever had before. And you can transfer whether you have an AI agency or you want to start one. Manus can turn you into a revenue machine, even, and I'm going to double underline this, even if you have zero technical experience. Zero. Why? Because now you can do things faster. These are the strategies that are helping people increase their profits by 200, 300, 500% by using vibe marketing. And by the way, if you have any technical issues, Nathan says, ask chat. Don't ask chat, ask Manus. Manus will tell you what to do. So someone just asked a question. You get, Nathan, by the way, Manus has chat now that costs you nothing. You can just go to Manus chat. Absolutely free. Well, Manus is evolving every single day. Okay. So the bottom line here is you have an opportunity now that people didn't have 3 months ago. It didn't exist, but it exists now. This is getting in on the ground floor. How many people in the world do you think have heard of being a vibe coder? Anybody? How many heard about it before tonight? 1%? That would be a heck of a lot of people. Basically nobody. Nobody. And my goal is to have you become a vibe coder, no matter what your background is, no matter how little you know. And the best thing is, if you have no clue as to what you are doing, guess what? Ask Manus and it'll tell you how to do it. The most complex things. Craig says you used to have to hire outsourced teams for thousands of dollars. Now you can have Manus do it for you for $40 a month. Now, the way Manus works on credits is when you join Manus, they give you 1,000 credits. Hey, we love you. Here's 1,000 credits. And then they give you, and this is without paying a dime. And then every day they give you 300 free credits to use. And every day they give you 300 more. That's without paying. But pretty soon, when you start making money, those credits, they are not going to count. You are happy when Manus takes your money. I have 2 full Manus accounts. Want to hear something really sick? Okay. I have never told this to anyone. Nobody. I'm telling it to you. I should like stop recording now. But get this. When you have a bigger account on Manus, you can do 5 tasks at the same time. And I have 2 accounts. So that's 5 on the other account. 10 projects running simultaneously. 10 websites built for roofers or realtors at a time. And I sit there and grab a drink, play a game of chess on my phone. So
So you're gonna show us how
bottom
you
line
built
is,
you show us how you
stop,
built
stop,
those
stop.
videos,
It's
Carl?
it's my client is back and he wants meetings. He wants to have meetings. He wants more videos. He goes, how many of these can you produce? 10 websites at a time, each that talk out. Now,
How'd you build those videos, Harlan? They're beautiful.
this is what I teach in the Manus Mastermind. I teach people how to build those videos step by step by step. And I'm teaching you the important part. The important part is how to sell those videos. Most people get lost in the sauce of the tech. Let me tell you something. The tech is the easy part. Right now, this is the money part. Now, if you want to be a vibe coder, I'm having a special session tomorrow afternoon in our Manus Mastermind, where I'm continuing how to work with doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs selling books. Today's session was exactly how to build videos like the rabbit video, except on the same computer, Zoom worked and everybody heard the sounds. Go figure. Bottom line is we have sessions 5 days a week teaching you how to build and scale and vibe code with Manus. So our goal is there right now is $180 billion market for AI services. And most companies do not have a clue as to what they're doing. Everybody's talking about AI replacing jobs, and it's true, AI is replacing jobs. But the people you are going to talk to aren't interested in replacing jobs. They're interested in making money. That's the bottom line, money. If you put money in their pocket, they're going to pay you forever. Here it is. I gave the guy the video yesterday, and now he's insisting that I meet with even more clients. Just during our call, I'm hearing the messages go off of like, hey, Harlan, when can we meet? We got to meet. We got to do this. What kind of background do you need to get more things? So this is if I tell you the name of the tool, do you think that's going to help you produce the video? Seriously, there are so many video tools out there. You have to know which one to use when. Kling, Runway, Syllabi, InVideo. You pick your HeyGen.
There's a new one
There
called.
are different video tools that you use for different situations. And the wisdom is knowing which one to use for the client. And that's what the Mastermind offers you, is not only the technical stuff. The technical stuff, people go to YouTube University, get horrendous results. But when you have someone standing over you and showing you what to do and giving you feedback on what's being done, well, let me tell you something. That is really something. Every week, there are new tools. Every week there are new tools, and everybody goes, oh, look at this tool, look at this tool, look at this tool. This tool now does video. 11 Labs, the big voice thing is, we're going to be doing video too. Okay. But is it any good? Is it going to sync well? The bottom line here is that it's not knowing the name of the tool. It's a hammer. It's a screwdriver. That doesn't mean you're going to be able to build a house. Knowing the tools is a long way from being able to produce professional video. What's everybody's favorite AI tool? There are thousands of AI tools today. Thousands, literally. There's a website that lists thousands of tools for every single thing out there. Bottom line is, this is about tapping into that gold mine right now before anyone else. People aren't interested, I told you, in saving time. They're interested in making money, and that's what this is all about. The Manus Mastermind is about making money. Well, don't come to me because you want to get good at tech skills. No, I don't want to hear it. And all of the people who are in our group teaching are all good at tech skills. But guess what? There are a heck of a lot of members in the group who are better at tech skills than I am. But I'm showing them how to take their tech skills and make money. I don't brag. I'm an old guy. I'm a geezer. But I've been in marketing online since 2002. I have worked with every single guru that you could ever imagine, from Jay Abraham and Russell Brunson and Rich Schefrin and Alex Mandossian. Now, there's a name that you don't hear about very often. Gosh, Dan Kennedy, John Calton, Frank Kern. I'm Ed Dale. I have forgotten half the people that I worked for. I mean, I made Frank Kern the fastest $1 million ever made online in 20 minutes, right? So the bottom line is I've been around and I have the roots to teach you how to make money with AI. To me, AI is the tool, but the money is unbelievable. And that's what this is about. Now, I'm open about transparency. I can make Manus sing. But if you ask me to explain or read and explain CSS files to you, I will develop a bad case of hives because I don't need to know that stuff.
You said you gonna phone me one?
No.
So for those of you who are asking to join, let me explain to you that, Corey, can you drop the document into the
Yes,
into the chat?
got you right there, Harlan.
Okay. Now there's a Google document right there that explains a little bit about what we're about, but I didn't even get to my big announcement. And the big announcement is that we are now launching a new vibe coding platform that is going to enable you, a new vibe coding class that is going to enable you to do just about anything that a business person will pay you in AI. You need this? No problem. I got you. You need that? I got you. And I'm going to show you every step of the way how Manus is going to make it happen to you. So our Manus Mastermind is vastly underpriced right now because we have all this program that I'm talking about, the certification program and AI agents is going to retail seriously for $29.97 on its own. I've already had a program, Prompt Engineering Institute, and people paid $29.97 just for that one single program to be certified as a prompt engineer. Now we're doing it again with AI, but all about making money. Multiple ways. Remember the 10 ways of making money. But for all of the programs that are in there, it is ridiculously underpriced. And therefore, we have been given the high sign that it's time to raise our prices. I'm serious. I'm not making this up. I honestly, whether you join or you don't join, this is for you. This is not for me. My business, I could sell those videos all day long. But this is to give, I told you, I opened with this. My satisfaction is seeing people like you become super successful. And tomorrow is our money boot camp. And in our money boot camp, we're going to be talking about books. So how does it work? Can you put the link to the mastermind, Corey, in the chat too? Because some people want to get on board before we hit the money boot camp tomorrow. And by the way, if you get in tonight, you go to joinmanus.com, you can get in. There are recordings of the last, you'll see the, since my computer is a little bit on the fritz, Corey, would you bring up the school group and show them what's there?
Harlan, we're on the same wavelength today. I was literally about to ask if you
Let me see if I
minded
can
if I
get it.
did that. Let's see. Oh, cool. I can do it.
Hold
So
on.
here we go.
Oh,
Can you
I'm
see my
logged in.
screen?
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay. I was going to show them. I've got my thing up. So hold on. All right.
Okay.
That's in the document. Can you show them? There we go.
So and just so everybody sees, look, you all can sit on the document. You can take it after the call, but when you click this button, the link pops up over here. And then
Okay.
here's the school group. And um,
Head
where do you
over
want
to
me
the
to start,
classroom and
Harlan?
so they can see what's going on.
Yeah, so
You see at the top there, it says the money boot camp is happening in 20 hours. Let's go to the classroom
let's go to the classroom.
and look at all of the classes that are there. Write a book with Manus Mastery. Keep going. 50 ways to make money with Manus. The Manus Money Call. We just keep adding more and more ways for you. There are so many of our members who are making money with YouTube. One of the people took one of the suggestions that I have, and his first video got 26,000 views last month. In just a month. It's crazy. All right, scroll down.
Okay, Harlan.
The Manus
These-
Money Boot Camp. And if you go in there, well, you will see that we have crazy, crazy. Go to session 1. You can see the video from last week.
There you
And
go.
then there's a PDF, all of the prompts that they need to start writing books. We do everything for you. We do absolutely everything for you. So head on over to joinmanus.com and join us, because this is about changing things for your family. This is about really changing your life. If you're not going to do it now, then when will you do it? Now, people have been asking me, Harlan, is this real? Can I do this? I've been getting messages, private messages. So the bottom line here is I'm an open, transparent person. And I'm going to do something now that I hope you have a pen, because I want you to write this down. Grab a pen. Everybody grab a pen right now. Grab a pen. And I'm going to give you my phone number. Here's my phone number. It's my WhatsApp number. So don't call, send me a message, because if you wake me up in the middle of the night, I won't be happy. 561 735 2212. If you're the shy kind of person, and if you are the shy kind of person, then maybe you want to talk to me one-on-one and see if it's a fit for you. If you want to schedule a call with me, Corey, could you drop the link where people can schedule a call with me? You have that link?
Absolutely. So there's two places to get that link. I'm going to drop it in the chat, and if you're already in the Google Doc, we added it at the end of the Google Doc. So even if you don't get it off the call, you have it with you. Just make sure you get the Google Doc, leave it open on your computer. I'm going to drop the link for that too. So there's the calendar to book with Harlan. And
Now,
then
when you get on the phone with me, if you are expecting a high pressure sales call, you got the wrong person. No, this is not okay. Act now, or it all goes away. The price goes up. The price goes up by the minute. I don't believe in that. I believe in finding out if you are the right person for our group. And guess what the number one thing that I'm looking for is? What do you think it is? Not whether you have the credit card. What's the number one thing? Put in the chat what you think the number one thing is that I'm looking for. People are saying taking action, taking action, taking action. Want to make money, grit.
Motivation,
No.
teachable.
We bring the cannolis. No, I'm not. None of those. None of those. Not a
Teachable,
single one of those. No, not a single person has gotten it right.
desire, commitment, hunger, focus,
No, nope, nope, nope,
coachable,
nope, nope. None
willingness
of these.
to learn, grit,
No,
drive, curiosity, helping humans succeed, belief. Do I want to make money like you? Commitment. Do you fit in with the community?
that's the closest
That's the
one so
closest.
far. That's the
I
closest one so far.
I
I
think it's
want
a
to
word you
know
used a few
if
times on
you,
this call, Harlan.
I
Change the
didn't hear
world,
you.
ready to make money, a servant's heart.
I am interested in, are you a positive person? If you are a positive person, then everything follows from that. If you are a negative person, I don't care how much money you have. I don't want you in the group. I don't care if you're going to pay me for a year in advance or 10 years in advance. A single negative person in the group can bring the whole group down faster than a stone through water. I don't want negative people. I want positive people. If you have a positive attitude, I can take you places that you never ever dreamed of. But if you're negative, you're going to bring let the air out of the room. All right. Here's Emily. Look at this. She took our courses on writing books, and we're not even done. And her book is now a #1 book on Amazon.
Not only that, Harlan, I have a different screenshot. She's sold almost 50 copies of the book. She's never sold a book before.
Right.
And one of the books is a lead magnet for a much larger business of hers.
So we have Rajesh, who I spoke to on the phone. I've received wealth of knowledge from Harlan after joining in May, and many other great people in the group, people like Jim, Corey, many others helping a lot. I've been more confident to say I can earn money and have freedom. I'm grateful to Harlan, Harlan, Corey, Jim, and the entire school group. So if you are a kind of person who is a positive person, I can take you to the next level. Because if you're a positive person, then everything else follows from that. That means that you are teachable. That means that you have the desire. That means that you will take action if you are a positive person. But if you are going to ooze negative energy and you're going to sit there with your arms crossed and say, prove it to me that this is good. I'm not making any money now. I don't need you. I honestly do not want your money. But if you are a positive person, well, then I will talk to you and help you and guide you far in excess of anyone you have ever worked with. I want to tell you about one of my favorite clients. I love her. She's 87 years old, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth is becoming a Manus master. And you saw those videos that we did? Well, Elizabeth is growing a YouTube channel doing biographies of her favorite musical artists. And these things are unbelievable. And I got a text from Elizabeth. Again, I'm not shy about giving out my number. She sent me an email and she said, "Hi, Harlan, if you're not busy, please take a look at my new video and let me know what I did wrong." And she said, I said, "Where is it?" She said, "It's in your email." I said, "It's quite good, except for the sound. We can fix it." "What do you think is wrong with it?" She thought it was too long. I said, "I'll look again." I said, "Actually, if you give me the weekend, I think I can fix it for you." And she sent me a little Snoopy. Can you see it? With hugs. Okay, you can't see that because of the Zoom screen is out to get me. But the bottom line is, this is not someone who doesn't want to be bothered. This is someone who wants to take you from student to friend. 87 years old, and she is writing books, creating different YouTube channels. She is so excited. I can't show you her videos without her permission, but let me tell, and besides, there's no sound, but they're darn good. 87 years old. Why? Because she had a positive attitude. And Elizabeth, before she came to us, she bought every program under the sun. Now she goes, "Harlan, should I get this?" And I go, "Elizabeth, you know more than they do." Okay. I know Elizabeth. I know her sister. I know her nephews. It's like becoming family. And this is what we are all about. Like The Godfather, La Familia. Okay, you got Francis there. Francis has been publishing books on Amazon right and left since studying with me. And she is cranking them out. Miami Ground Zero, how an entire market became collateral damage. This expose dives deep into the real estate corruption that rocked Miami's ultra luxury market. And Manus made a plan what she needs to do to get a bestseller. It's unbelievable. Manus, Linda says, AI has labeled the playing field all across the globe. But now, folks, it's decision time. Do you seriously want to move ahead with what I've taught you tonight about vibe coding and becoming a member? Or do you want to stay where you are? If you want to stay where you are, then that's okay. It's quite all right. Corey, can you turn off the screen share?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Hey, Harlan, real quick, I just wanted to touch on the
Corey, can you turn off the screen share? So this is decision point for you. This is the time for you to decide whether you want to move ahead or not. If you join us and pay for the year in advance, you get a one-on-one call with me and extra special attention. And that is, what is that? 20, how much is that, Corey? The year?
The year is it's a 22% discount and it's $2,777.
$2,777.
And that's your
But,
full year.
and you're getting 10 times the value. But if you want to join month to month, that's okay too. It's $297 and you get everything that we've talked about tonight, starting in the boot camp. But if you're reluctant, well, you have my phone number. I posted it. I'll read it again. 561-735-2212. And shoot me a text to my WhatsApp. And I will certainly talk to you and see what is going on. So bottom line here is just shoot me a message and we'll talk. Or the best thing is to schedule with me and talk to me. And I have openings tomorrow. I'm happy to get on the phone with you. But don't just sit here and say, you know what? Well, this was an evening's entertainment. I was thoroughly entertained. I liked the idea of vibe coding, but I could never do that. If you can copy and paste a prompt, you can vibe code. Because there is nothing that we are asking you to figure out on your own. Want to build a website? We'll give you all the prompts you need. Now, if you tell me that you can't copy it, you have so little faith in yourself that you can't copy and paste, I hear you. Maybe you shouldn't join. But this is all it takes, we said, is that first customer. Make a video. Show it to a doctor or a dentist and say, would you like to use this? Give it to them. And then you'll see that they want more. You'll see that, oh, could you do this? Oh, could you do it with my voice? Could I be the? Sure you can. $5,000. I can't get this guy to stop buzzing me. He wants more and more time to get background for the videos. Someone said you can't use AI in selling homes. It's not what I see. I see AI everywhere. Frances, who we showed you her book, Frances went into her real estate agency and I asked her, go ask who you work for. Ask them, what do they do with AI? And the answer was nothing. And they don't plan to. I put it to you that that's a real estate agency that's going to be out of business in 2 years. Because everybody else is going to come along and eat their lunch. And you can be the one doing it. But this is the time to act. This is the time. You have never been, I know that of the people here, people have bought countless programs that overpromised and underdelivered. And you know what I'm talking about. But this is the opposite. This is a program that underpromises and overdelivers. Just think 30, 60 days from now, you can have your first $5,000 client. Impossible? Heck no. I would do the real estate thing. It's the easiest one to sell. Go and do one for a listing of a house, grab the pictures from Zillow, make the video. You get all of the information about the house. Manus will rewrite it 10 times better and say, hey, you call, realtors talk on the phone. Hey, are you the realtor listing the house over there? Is this your cell phone? Yeah. I'm going to send you something right now, a video. It's not spam. It's nothing dangerous. I want you to take a look at that video and tell me what you think. By the way, the video is yours to keep. I just want to know what you think of the video. And in a few minutes, you send the video by text message, you're going to go, holy cow. They're going to say, holy cow, I want more. How would you like a video for all of your listings? What do you think they're going to say? Do you think they're going to say, tell me how you made it? Tell me the tools that you used. No. They're going to go, whoa, you can do this for all of my listings? Yeah. If I have a listing coming up and I want to get a new listing, can you get me the pictures? Can you get me the video in advance? Yeah. You're set. You are set. And you don't have to know anything about real estate. You don't have to know anything about coding or programming. All you need to know how to do is copy and paste. If Elizabeth, my 87-year-old friend, can do it from her apartment in Washington, D.C., you can do it too. No say about it. But bottom line is, no, thank you. Linda says, no, thank you. Okay. May the good Lord send blessings your way. Countless blessings. I hope he gives you tenfold.
There
The
was
bottom line here is, if you are not aboard with us tonight, the train is leaving the station. So I am getting some questions from shy people sent in. Let me pull up the thing. Here we go.
By the way, there was a comment in the chat earlier where they said, Manus is the tool. You're offering the academy on how to use the tool. And I thought that was a great metaphor for what we're talking about tonight.
We are interested in making you money. And the bottom line here is that, I'm sorry, Linda, but even so, the blessings that I sent with yours are for you to keep anyway. What kind of video would you create for real estate agents? I would go through one of their listings and I would create a video that would sell their most expensive house. Just like the video that we showed at the beginning. And I would send it to them for free. It will take you 45 minutes. And when the real estate agent sees it, they are going to fall over because nobody's doing this. They're putting up crappy websites. And that's the better agents. They will put up a website for an address. But nobody is doing what we are talking about with Vibe marketing. It is the place to be right now and in the future. for $5,000, it is one. How is that video different from a video tour? Well, I don't know what they do on video tours, but they look fake. They don't do well, and these are infinitely better than anything that I've seen. For the 5K price point, that's for each listing. If he has 10 listings, you are not doing 10 videos for $5,000. Believe me, if this moves a single property, he will be a customer for life. And if he says no, it costs you 45 minutes. So the bottom line is there is a ton of money out there. There is an absolute ton of money out there. But I understand that it may not be for everyone. Okay. If you are not sure if it's for you, then you should book a call with me. I told you, no hard sell, just a discussion. See if you have a positive attitude. If you're still here and you're on the call, I know that you have questions. How do you know that this is for you? Simply get on the phone with me and we'll answer your questions.
Harlan, what's going on?
Hey, it's Adam.
What's going on, man? I'm trying to get the video to work. I, I'm like flabbergasted, man. How's everything going? Good?
Everything is going good. We introduced a new concept tonight,
Which
and
one?
the concept is called vibe coding.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I showed everybody a video created for a realtor selling a home. And vibe coding is people are interested in money. And money is what it's all about. Now, that video takes about 45 minutes to make. And I recommend making a video for a realtor of their most expensive house, going to a realtor selling these super duper homes, super high-end properties, and sending them a gorgeous video
With the
as a
puppy dog
gift.
clothes. With the puppy dog.
Right.
Yeah, give the
puppy
realtor
dog.
the puppy dog. And,
That's right.
how did it resonate with the audience?
People were like, whoa, what a great idea. And then, of course, the follow-up is, I'm ready to make a video for every listing you have.
It's like how to make money with AI 101. I just wanted to let everyone know on the line my personal experience with Harlan, and this comes from a place of heart. I wish my video would work because I would be able to show you where I'm at. I live in Boca Raton, Florida. My name's Adam Maggio, and I got very interested in AI probably about 2 to 3 years ago. And at one point, I was probably sitting in a spot like you were, sitting on a Zoom call. I don't even know if it was actually a Zoom call because it was kind of right after when COVID hit. Anyway, I was moving from Hoboken. I came down here and I quickly saw that things were changing. And it wasn't that people were getting smarter or people were getting dumber. It was just the way people were operating. It almost became like if you didn't start using artificial intelligence, you were slow, right? And I started messing around a little bit with it. And then when I really started to get serious about it, Harlan had this video up. And it wasn't a video. You could download his prompt guide for 40 bucks. And then after that, it said, would you like to talk to me for, I think it was like 497 bucks or something like that. And after
Mhm.
I did that, I learned in I don't even, it didn't take the whole hour. It took like 3 to maybe 5 minutes. It's the little stuff. It's not the big stuff. Like you do understand this is a tool, right? If you were given a tool tomorrow But take, for example, a chainsaw. Do you want the directions on how to open the chainsaw and how to use the chainsaw? Of course you do. That's basically what he taught me. And after that, um, I had a level about artificial intelligence that wasn't more than the best people in the world, but it was more than most, right? And that's the one thing I want to bestow upon you, right? When you go ahead and join us, go to join Manus, put your credit card in. I know it's gonna feel weird, just do it, right? But when I want to bestow upon you some of the things that I was actually going to show tonight that I can't, and I'm going to give you a website I made with Manus. I'm going to give you the headline and the subheadline. And Harlan, as one of the world's best copywriters, I want you to grade me on this headline. Ready? Book the most in-demand AI experts and get advice over a video call. That's where I see this community going. So, as a copywriter, what do you think about that? Because I think people could fit within that mold, and if they can do that, they can fit within our vision. Because the problem is, there's a lot of people on the line, right? You're like, oh yeah, I joined a thing, did that. No, listen, this isn't something that you're going to. How do I say this in the right way without offending some people? And I'm going to. And I don't mean harm. This is for people that are ready to do stuff, meaning the amount of information you're going to have to be able to absorb within the next 6 months without filtering through crap is going to be way too much. Like, I don't know about you, but do you guys feel like you're absorbing a lot of bullshit when it comes to listening about people talking about AI and making money with it? I did. But then when Harlan said, look, here's where the rubber meets the road. You guys got to remember, Harlan's one of the top expert teachers in the world. He can take a subject that I couldn't even talk about and break it down into bite-sized chunks. So what he's trying to give you is he's trying to extend his hand out and say, look, do you want the shortcut or not? I will tell you from my personal experience, life is nothing but a lot of shortcuts. One of them, first and foremost, get off fucking first base. I'm just going to throw it out there. If you're stuck there, I'll help you. I'll throw videos out there, but I'm not giving you the inside scoop. Why? I would undervalue your efforts and your opinions. So I think at the end of the day, like it's funny because the way Harlan was talking before when he said it's not about the money, I truly feel the same way. It's nothing personal at all at this point in our lives, right? And everybody that's helping us run this entire operation, because it's not Harlan, it's not me. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that are here to support you and see you win, right? The one thing they all have in common though at this point in their lives is they're not looking for excuses. Like, they're just not. And it's not no offense. It just means like, God, I can't believe that. Right. And sometimes you got to find someone that believes in you a little bit more than you currently do. And if that's you right now, I'm asking you to make a decision. Get your credit card out and book the annual. Because to be honest with you, if I looked at people that booked monthly versus annual and the ones that were more successful, every single one of them, almost 100% of the time, is someone that booked annual. Guess why? They had no other choice. They had no other choice. I didn't even know he was going to mention the monthly. So, sometimes, like I said, you've got to find out if you're built for this. Unfortunately, what happens is this: time goes by, and it goes by quick. With AI, it's going by a lot quicker. You want to know how I know? I'm dealing with it every day, and so is Harlan. But you got to decide, do you want people on the forefront of the scenes looking out for you, getting the good information, delivering it back? Or do you want to tinker with like Facebook groups? Nothing personal, but you guys understand what Facebook looks like. It's a cesspool. I literally went to a guy yesterday, Carlin. This is a crazy story. I was going to tell you about this. Guy's running like 500 grand a day in traffic. And I was talking to him about Facebook, and he's literally like, you understand, everyone looks like Facebook, like a big newspaper. And it's true. It's like the the old Craigslist ads are now Facebook groups, right? So where are you going to go? You got to join a community. If you're going to join a community, why wouldn't you join us? I can't think of one logical reason. If you can, you could personally call me and tell me. I swear to you, I will listen to you and I will hear you out, but I promise you one thing. I won't be the one quitting in that conversation because I'm that confident in what we're doing. I've seen Harlan. I like 20 years ago, I used to watch Harlan. And when this offer came out, um, we saw who was dancing on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Um, but I want to encourage you to join us. I'd love to see you down here, of course. You guys understand we're going to try to blend this online world offline because at the end of the day, if you're going to make real relationships and make real money with AI, it's not about like hopping in a group and, you know, producing a tool. You get what I'm saying?
Just
Um,
want to respond, Adam, to some of the things here that people are saying. People have asked for um, where's the annual? Okay. Corey has posted it, but if you come to joinmanus.com, you will have the opportunity to see both of them. $27.77 a year plus $297. And Adam is just came on, but Adam has a special bonus that we haven't even talked about. Maybe he'll say something about
are you talking about the flight or are you talking about the
it. The meeting at your office.
Oh, yo, so everybody, check it out. My office is 1800 Northwest Corporate Boulevard, right in Boca Raton. So what we're going to try to do, and I can't promise you the exact date, but will be between now and the end of the year, is we're going to have a nice meetup. And the reason why we're going to do that is we're going to show you guys how quickly we can all accelerate and just get together in one place and then create some things. With that being said, a lot of online guys won't tell you their office. The reason why is they don't have one. It's nothing personal, right? Um, but it's a matter of do you guys want to come down? And if you do, I'd love to have you. Regardless, honestly, even if you don't join with us, we'd love to have you within the ecosystem somehow. But we definitely want to make sure that we get the people that want to produce down there. And there's a reason why. You know what I mean? It's very simple. I don't care what anyone says. Every single time I go to an event, I got better. I don't give a shit. I used to spend more money at events than anything else. And we're not even trying to charge. Let's be clear, right? So if you think the motivation is the money, I'd have to argue with that. But with that being said, man, I really do hope they join us. And there'd be nothing happier than me seeing them inside the little the Manus war room, we'll call it. Because it's getting pretty crazy. It's getting better so quick. That's the thing. If you see like I knew you were good with keeping up with it, but have you seen like all the stuff, like even as of today, what Manus does differently?
It's unbelievable. Manus is growing ever since Microsoft came along. Every day there's a new thing. Hey, guess what you can do with Manus now? And I'm looking at it and going, oh my God. And by the way, there are a lot of other agent programs that are supposed to do what Manus is doing. And let me tell you, they are so limited. They are basically nothing more than glorified chatbots. Manus is something else. Now, people are asking me, is this real that you can make that kind of money? And the answer is absolutely, because people are doing it. There are people in our group who who are multimillionaires and are doing Manus because they learned how to find out what's big. They're Adam has a friend in the group who's publishing coloring books on Amazon. Why? Because they're a big seller. And we teach you exactly how to identify a market and go after that market. But right now, the real money is in video and books and websites. And the fourth one is doing a comparison between a person's website and their competitor's website. And Manus will do the report. And if the report, Manus is brutal on these reports, absolutely brutal on these reports. And you show this report, you send it to someone, and get their attention and say, want to do something about it? Call me. They will be forced to give you money because nobody wants to see that they are being outdone. So get the vibe, get with the vibe coding, join Manus.com. And if you're the shy person, then book a call with me. We'll see if you are the right person. I told you, I'm looking for one thing, and that is positive attitude. I'm not seeing if you want to make money. I'm not interested whether you're teachable or coachable. Listen, there's some people who are going to come into the group who are going to know way more than me. Fine with me. Don't have a problem with that. I just want to show you how to take it and expand. I've had clients who were multi-millionaires. Will there be a replay? Yes. If you've got here, there will be a replay tomorrow. But I urge you, we're going to try and get that replay out first thing in the morning. The Manus, our money boot camp is in the afternoon, and you want to be there. You want to be there, and you want to be there, and you want to catch what we did today with about how to make that video. I showed you guys the rabbit video. I went step by step how to do it, step by step. And everybody got homework to make a little video of their own. You can do this. You can do this. This is so stupid simple. And there's so much money waiting for you. All I'm asking you to do is pick up the money that is out there. You know, people are saying that the economy is tough. You know what? I have 2 letters for that, and they are BC, bull crap. The way money is being made today, it's like no other time in history. Okay? Maxine asked a great question, which is, have you ever had people who did not make it? Corey, when you look through people in the community who did not make it, what did they all have in common?
They all had 2 things in common, actually, I noticed, because we really went through it deep. Oh, almost every single one of them did not complete a single course in the membership area in the classroom. Like every single one had 0% complete, or maybe 5% on one and next. And then the second thing is they never created questions in the group so somebody could actually help them where they were stuck.
And because of that, and because we know that people are shy, we just added someone to our team, an expert in AI. His name is Harris. Harris is unbelievable. Harris is going out and messaging every member, whether they like it or not, saying, I'm here, I'm available, I want to work with you. I want to help you succeed. And if you can find another program like that, I mean, there are school groups with 40,000 people, 50,000 people. That's nice. But if you lose the personal attention and nobody knows who you are or what you're doing, then what's the point? If you join with a positive attitude, we'll show you where to start. You do not have to go through every single course to succeed. That's ridiculous. There are some people who go through courses, and there's some people who don't. So we're giving you the shortcuts. We've created new courses that are the fastest way to money. And the number one question that people always have is, how do I get my first client? Well, Vibe Coding has taken care of that. So go right now over to joinmanus.com, get in there, or if you have questions, put them in the chat because I'm here to answer your questions. Someone said there's Manus on GitHub. I have some bad news for you. Ready? It's not authentic Manus that's on GitHub. It's a Manus lookalike. People coded it to be like Manus. And I have been in there. It's not the same. Plus, there are people say, if you type in ManusAI, is not owned by Manus. It's by somebody selling fake Manus.
Also, that GitHub Manus is the beta version of Manus that kind of sucks at a few different things, and that every time Manus has an update, the GitHub is not being updated.
And honestly, since in the beginning, it was like, oh my God, we have to pay. And now Manus gives you free credits. Use your 1,000 credits, manus.im. Use your credits, make a freaking video and sell it, and your free credits will get you $5,000 from a realtor. If that does not make sense to you, then I have no idea what to tell you. Someone says, dude, I have a job 9 to 5, weekends are gym, chores, and errands. I don't think I have the time to work with you. I put in 14 or 15 hours a day already. Let me ask you a question, iPhone SE. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a smartphone? Do you have a smartphone? Simple yes or no. You do. Okay. And it says here in your question, weekends are gym, chores, errands. Okay. How long do you work out in the gym? iPhone. By the way, iPhone SE, do you have a name? Or should I just keep calling you iPhone SE? $1.5 hours. Dan. Okay, Dan. You ready? What if on your way into both days, ooh, so we got 3 hours. What if on your way in, you went to your Manus app and you copied and pasted the prompt that I give you to build a website? Okay? Just copy and paste it. Go to gym, do your workout. When you come out, the website is going to be done. Do you have time to do that? That's how Manus works. And by the way, you sell that website you'll find time to build another one. Remember, I told you that Dan, do you sleep at night? How often do you sleep? How long? You own about 50 domain names. Are they making you money? No. Okay. Here we go. Before you go to sleep at night, this is what I do. I sit down with my phone and I tell Manus to build something for me. I put my phone down and I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, it's done. Do you think you have time to work with Manus? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do anything. Manus works while you sleep. Manus works while you are in the gym. Manus works 24/7, cranking out money for you. And you just told me that you didn't have time for it. You do have time. Dan, do you have time to make money? Answer, yes. Stop buying domains. I know that it was really in a long time ago. People told people, boy, you're going to buy these domains and they're going to be worth something. I'm sorry. I probably own more domains that I need to cancel out of GoDaddy or wherever. Every time I go in, cancel this one, cancel this one, cancel this one. But the bottom line is Manus works even when you don't. And you can do this. Anybody can do that. You want to put sites on them and sell them? Now you can. Now you can. But our vibe coding is really aimed not at wishing someone's going to buy it. Our vibe coding is going after people with money. I talked about that. PWM, players with money, and then showing them the website and having them give you money for it. That's where the money is made with vibe coding. I don't want to trust that someone's going to buy a domain name. Maybe they're great commercial domain names. Maybe they're not. Everything's changing these days. But the bottom line here is, I don't care how little time you have, you could build a website sitting on the toilet. Okay. Alex Mandossian used to tell the story about how he would make money sitting in the bathroom. Folks, the bottom line here is you can do this. How long is this call? The call is as long as you people have questions for me. If you have all the questions you need, and maybe you've made an appointment to see me, maybe you haven't, the bottom line here is let's get you in, let's get you going. And the bottom line is I want to see you inside the group. That's where success is. So let's go and book a call with me about the mastermind, and let's see you on the inside. Adam, any last words? Or he's gone.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Listen, any last words would be, again, I appreciate you and all the value you dumped on us. And I'm excited to see what's coming up over the next few days. And more
Give
important,
us a prompt to try out. Okay, I'm going to type a prompt that you can use right now.
give them the did you give them the prompt turns into a website?
I gave them joinmanus.com. That's my prompt.
Yeah, that's hilarious because that's true. Guys, it's about the prompt. It's also about the sequence of the prompts. It's also about how you ask the prompts. What I'm trying to tell you is and Harlan is it prompts are basically a new way of communicating with software that can do things while you don't have to do them no more. I mean, it's easy, but it's not. You just rather skip to the prompt, right? Get the prompt, slap it in there, repeat, go ahead, refine. We'll do that inside Join Manus. We'll do that inside of there. But and I was texting someone while you were talking before, and I'm like, why isn't everybody like want to be a killer in this subject? It is the most profitable it's like literally understanding the internet before it came. I couldn't afford the internet. That was my big thing, the Prodigy or whatever it was back in the day, truth be told. But this is like accelerating. That's the problem. And if you're not on board, it's not even a matter of like speed. It's like the train took off, and you can't catch it sometimes. Whether you do it with us or you do it with someone else, I sincerely do hope you do it. Because I come from a place of like um peace, and I come from a place of like giving back. At the same token, I also do respect my time, and I only work with people like Harlan who respects his. And time is money, Unfortunately, that's just the way the world works. And if it didn't, think about what it would look like. So we're willing to trade a very, 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 and I will say very one more time, lucrative leverage on our time. I know I will, and I know he will. Join tonight. Join us tonight. We want maybe 2 or 3 people that will make a commitment to join us at Join Manus. And I can't speak for Harlan, but I personally promise that I will work with you for 1 hour on your business, whether it's in regards to Manus or not. And I'm not an internet guy. I've actually scaled like major businesses, and I'm not saying that from being a douchebag. I'm saying that more for like I actually did it. And there's so many similarities to what people are going to be able to do with AI and businesses. Matter of fact, if you look, I think there's like a race for like the first person to build a one-person company that's a billionaire with AI. Think about the repercussions. Oh, there's only going to be 10 million millionaires that built online companies, right? Like you can't have someone do a billion with one and then not do the other. Point being this, guys, um, it's 10:30 at night on Eastern Standard Time. If you're on that, um, join us. Uh, we're here for you. We want to work with you. You have to take the first step. I mean, that it just is what it is. And you'll understand why, because here's the fact of the matter. If we taught you how to take someone one-on-one from the beginning, how much time would you have to waste? Do you do you the biggest thing for me when I was looking for a mentor was I was looking for someone that was teaching me strategy and skill, right? And you're probably online right now because you want a mentor. You do. We all want them. I still want them. You got to understand, in order for you to work with a mentor, there has to be some sort of um gain, right? So you either have more money or you have more time, or you have more time or you have more money. You could pick either one. You're going to win either way. But there's different skill sets, and AI has collapsed that. And what Harlan taught me the most was that AI collapsed, but Manus could do it. Like Manus can actually do it. The things he teach, it carries out the places most people would stop. So I don't really want to sit in here and hang out with people talking about doing stuff. It's nothing personal. We will 100% be on within the next week. We'll do another one just like this. I'll give you some even better updates, but they're going to be a lot about the people that are inside the group. And I'm not saying, like, I'm saying that because we have to draw a hard line in the sand. July 4th next week, right? Most people are going to take off. I'll take off a little bit, but I'll double down while everyone's chilling. But after that, now we're coming out of the summer. Guess what everyone's doing? They're going to learn about Manus. You got to get ahead of the curve. That's where money gets made. So, join us. Go to joinmanus.com. It's 10:30. I would say by midnight would be the deadline for any decision for me to get on the phone with you one-on-one. Like I said, we don't even have to talk about Manus. I'll talk about your business. And if I don't make that money back, I'll give you 10 grand. How's that sound? Like no questions asked. But I do want you to join us because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, and everyone's busy right now. But we need people that want to learn AI. So I'll leave it at that. You decipher. You read between the lines. You do what you have to do. I'm not guaranteeing you anything other than world-class experience in artificial intelligence, which is obviously taking over quicker than we can take it over. So go to joinmanus.com, do your thing. You know you're worth it. And Harlan, I would just again like to tell you how much I appreciate you for bestowing your knowledge on us. It's wicked. It's like almost like it's almost like back when like copywriting became just awesome. It's like your new energy, and I appreciate you.
Guys, I am looking at a schedule tomorrow of calls. I've got 7 people scheduled. I've got room for more tomorrow. I've got room for Monday. Let's talk, folks. No hard sell. I got Mario tomorrow starting my day, then Alice, then Cheryl, Crystal, Gloria, Tony, Rick. Gonna have a lot of fun with Rick because he's the vibe code man. All right. Remember, this is not a hard sell. This is a simple meeting to make sure that you are the person who is positive and will fit in with our group. That's what it's all about. So, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. Corey, thanks. Adam, thanks. Thanks for all of you. Let's go. You've got the schedule. All these people are signing up to talk with me. I want to talk to you too. So, folks, the link is there. It's going to go away in just a minute. But book a call with me. This is not a hard sell. I'm not going to be pounding you. I'm not trying to make you cry. Not my style. My style is to help you go from where you are right now to where you want to be. We heard from somebody who said that they had no time. And then it turned out that since Manus doesn't need you to hang around, then why in the world wouldn't you do it? I'm looking forward to talk to you. Go ahead, sign up, and let's make some money together. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a great night. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Corey. Thank to all of you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Harlan, for hosting.